Hey guys, we're going to talk about when to use the Glyph of Fortification. Glyph can be used at any time by a member of your team and has a 300 second or 6-minute cooldown. Its primary purpose is to make your towers and other buildings invulnerable for 7 seconds when they're being sieged by enemies. When towers are glyphed, they're immune to damage, though they can still be attacked and spells can be used on them. The spells won't do any damage either, but effects like attack speed reduction from Liquid Fire or Lil Shredder still work. You should try to use your glyphs during moments of large damage. A Leshrac using level 4 Diabolic Edict does a huge amount of damage to towers, so waiting to glyph until they cast the spell is going to leave it on cooldown for a bit and save your tower a lot of health. Another example is something like Lone Druid with Mask of Madness. The bear already does good tower damage, but Mask of Madness increases the attack speed by a lot for a short time, so if possible try to save the glyph until they use the mask. If the enemy team doesn't have a major damage outlier like this, just wait to glyph until all creeps and heroes are attacking your tower. For example, glyphing right now is kinda bad because lots of these creeps are attacking your creeps instead of the tower. Using it now is better because more creeps and heroes are hitting your tower, so you'll get more value out of your glyph. Keep in mind that after tier 1 towers die, glyph gets refreshed a second later, even if you accidentally glyphed right after your tower died. So if your tower is going to die for sure, activate the glyph to waste 7 seconds of your opponent's time and to make last hitting the tower a little harder. Another recent bonus to glyphs is that they give your tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 towers split shot attacks. This helps you defend larger waves against pushes without anyone on your team having to defend. Just keep in mind that waves killed this way don't provide gold or experience to your team, so it might be better to swing by and blast the wave with nukes if you can collect the gold. The reason split shot towers deal with pushes so well is because they can quickly clear the entire creep waves or even attack heroes hiding behind the safety of creeps. Destroying creep waves like this is going to mean staying to pressure towers is harder and more dangerous for enemy heroes. If their health gets too low, they're vulnerable to bursting by enemies, so if you want to dissuade your enemies from split pushing towers, glyphing the wave helps a lot. Glyph can also keep your creep waves alive now, though the duration is only 4 seconds for creeps instead of the 7 for buildings. Glyphing creeps can be helpful if you want to offset an enemy glyph, especially against a split shot. Make sure to use it right before your creeps take damage to maximize the window. Glyphing creeps becomes really important when we consider backdoor protection. Backdoor protection applies to any tower at tier 2 or above. If none of your lane creeps are nearby, the tower takes 40% less damage and will regen back to its previous HP. That makes killing towers through backdoor protection really difficult. You can see the backdoor icon here and the backdoor regen animation here. That means from a defending standpoint, it's really powerful to prevent the enemy creep wave from reaching the tower so that backdoor protection stays on. Pro players, after losing teamfights, will sometimes go skip waves to prevent follow-up waves from reaching the tower. If done correctly, the winning team has to chase after you while you go clear waves and try to escape. If no creeps get to the tower, they probably won't be able to kill the tower through backdoor, so every wave you destroy delays their push by another 30 seconds. Just keep in mind that backdoor protection comes back after about 15 seconds, so if any creeps get within range of the tower and later are destroyed, protection doesn't turn back on until 15 seconds after the last creep died. Glyphing your creeps comes in really handy here because it helps you protect your remaining ones to delay backdoor protection. The more seconds you keep your creeps alive, the more time you have to damage the tower. Players who cut creeps will have to kill the waves quickly before enemies catch them, so you could even glyph the creeps to delay that by a few seconds, giving you time to catch up and kill them. Another time that glyphing creeps is super useful is when using Boots of Travel. They let you teleport to friendly creeps, and it's sometimes worth teleporting close to enemy heroes when you want to gank them. If the enemy's smart, they'll kill the creep you're teleporting to keep themselves alive. But if you're willing to use it, you can glyph the wave just in case to ensure that you teleport in. This is super important during moments when you buy back in the late game. It helps to teleport to creeps that are harder to kill quickly, like catapults, but keep your finger on your glyph just in case if you need to press it so that you don't get trapped in your base after you buy back. Another great time to glyph creeps is against heroes who do randomized damage with their spells, like Gyro's Rocket Barrage, Clockwork's Battery Assault, or Leshrac's Diabolic Edict. These skills target someone nearby randomly, but if only one hero is nearby, they take all the damage. If these heroes engage you and you're standing in a creep wave, glyphing the wave during their other AoE skills will help keep the creeps alive so that their randomized skills remain spread and not so much on you. That's it for my video on glyphs. Thanks for tuning in. More videos like this soon, so leave some suggestions for smaller video topics that you guys would like covered. Thanks for watching.